What's up, whiskey lovers, and welcome to another video. In this video we'll be traveling all the way over to India, so cue the intro, cue the music, and let's get drinking. Welcome to another video with me, Whiskey Mad, all the way out of sunny South Africa. Today we are traveling around the globe and we are landing in India. In front of me I have the John Nirvana whiskey. This is John's most popular single malt unpeated whiskey, and we're going to give it a taste and a review and see what we think. So just some backstory is John Distilleries was established in 1992, and in 1996 John whiskey was introduced. John whiskey is one of the top selling brands in India, so not only from a whiskey point of view but from a brand itself, so that speaks quite highly to John and John Distilleries. So another interesting fact is that Sazerac, the American bourbon company, owns 43% of John Distilleries. John Distilleries has 3 distilleries in and around India and is able to produce up to 500 million liters of spirits a year. So that is extremely significant. I believe that the John range is up at 1.5 million liters of whiskey per annum. So a substantial amount of whiskey there. But enough of the history and the backstory. Let's get into the John Nirvana. As I said, this is a unpeated single malt whiskey. And one thing I don't quite understand is that on the website it states that it's a 40% ABV, but on this one it is a 43%, so I'm not 100% sure. This does say for export only, so I don't know if the export bottles are at 43 or what, but on their website it does state 40. Now, as I said to you before, I am a big sucker for packaging, and this is actually a beautiful, beautiful box. It's a bright orange with kind of like a mandala elephant on the front. It is a textured, so it makes it really cool. And I love the color orange. So yeah, that is a cool packaging. First look at the bottle. Again, it's a great bottle, brown glass, so you can't see the liquid inside. This is naturally colored, so once we pour it into the glass, we will have a look at the color. This bottle retails for roughly around about 495 Rand to about 550 Rand, which equates to around about $30. So quite affordable for your entry-level stuff. And yeah, let's give it a pour. So as you can see, it has a very, very nice golden color to it. It's actually a really nice looking whiskey. Now on the nose we're looking for a honeycomb bourbon, a luscious fruitcake with caramel pudding. It really does have that sweet nose to it. I kind of don't really get the honeycomb bourbon. They obviously have been matured in ex-bourbon casks, so should be getting, I do get a very sort of, I know it's unpeated, but I do get a very sort of smokiness to it. There's definitely a sweet aroma to it that I can't I want to say raisins, sort of that raisins, fig, dates type of nose to it. Maybe that's where the fruitcake is coming from. It definitely does have that sort of sweetish, grape-like aromas to it. On the taste, we're looking for soft honey with salted barley, honeycomb sweetness. So cheers. Again, you can definitely taste that bourbon, that ex-bourbon barrel coming through. Very sort of light smoke, touch of vanilla, honey, not so much. Salted barley. And on the finish, we're looking for a long, rich honey and vanilla finish. Now, the vanilla on the finish, I can agree with. The taste is, I expected it to be a little bit more sweeter than what it is. Maybe that's just my palate. Now I'm starting to taste that little bit hint of saltiness. Kind of like if you took a swim in the ocean and you got out and your lips tasted that like saltiness, that's what I'm getting from this. It doesn't necessarily have a smooth finish. It is very sort of, again, smoky, charry, that type of finish that we're getting there. I'm quite surprised at this whiskey because the more and more you drink, the better and better it gets. I would think that this, with a block or two of ice in it and maybe when I mean touch of water, I mean a simple touch of water, this could actually be a really, really good dram. Now, I haven't tasted much out of India, but if this is what is being produced in India, I would assume they would fast become a big producer from world whiskey. So I am excited to see what comes out of their collections. I do have quite a few Paul Johns here, about 4 or 5 different kinds. So I'd be really, really interested to crack those open and see what else they have to offer. But this is actually a fantastic dram. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching once again. I cannot begin to thank our viewers. It's because of you that we can make these videos, and all your comments, all your suggestions are warmly welcomed. And yeah, man, just thanks again. Until next time, cheers.